I first learned how to code in my freshman year at Arizona State University. As a mechanical engineering major, I had the chance to explore different electives. One of these electives was CSC 101, or Programming with Java. OG Java was my first language, and after Notepad, Eclipse was my first IDE. In this video, I'll share my coding journey with you. If you stick around to the end, I'll also give my top beginner tip. I quickly realized that I really enjoyed coding. The biggest clue? I looked forward to doing my homework for CSC 101. That had to be the first time in my life. Sitting down with my $500 Windows laptop and getting lost in the code is a fond memory. What I loved the most was the problem solving. There was a lot of satisfaction with being stuck on a problem for days, only to solve it with a simple solution. At the end of the semester, I walked away with an A on my transcript. Honestly, that A didn't feel like work, but more like fun. After my semester in Java, I was worried that would be the end of my coding career. But luckily, my next class, Differential Equations, introduced me to something new: MATLAB. MATLAB is a programming platform used widely in engineering. I used it to tackle tough problems and earned an A- in DiffEQ. But that wasn't the end of MATLAB for me. It turns out, I used it in almost every engineering class after. My hand would always shoot up to complete the MATLAB assignments for my team, much to everybody's satisfaction, especially mine. On my junior year, I did the most basic thing a college student can do. I got involved in a startup. A couple of my peers approached me with the next big idea: Mango. Mango was supposed to be a food delivery app for students. They asked me what platform I wanted to code the app in. I decided on Android. Why? Because I definitely couldn't afford a Mac. Mango didn't work out, but I discovered native app development. Android truly fascinated me, especially since it was made with Java back then. I dove in headfirst, eventually creating an app for my fraternity and even teaching others about it. This experience pushed me to explore more advanced technologies. It got to the point where I built a Node.js server to handle user-to-user push notifications. I had lots of fun with Android, but it was time to finish school. On my last year, I needed a final elective. At this point, I was kind of over school and randomly picked a class. Much to my surprise, the class was MSE 400, Data with Python. By then, I could hold my own with coding, and it was the easiest class I ever took. Python was a pleasure to work with, especially coming from Java. It gave me a feel for a modern language. I used it heavily on my capstone project, and this was the only class I ever got an A+ in. It was a fitting way to end my college coding journey. Once I finished school, it was time to go to work, literally. I graduated with a Bachelor's of Science in Mechanical Engineering, but somehow, I got into the industrial engineering side of things. Unfortunately, I didn't need to code the way I did in college for my career. There was a silver lining though: Excel. Excel is like coding's cousin. It's always there, and you can make some really cool things with it. And every step of my career, I've used Excel to stand out among my peers. It's helped me create real value for the companies I've had the pleasure to work for. Excel has kept me sharp and satisfied my coding itch these last few years. This brings me to present day. I've been an engineer for about 7 years now, and I honestly love it. But no matter how much I enjoy my career, I could never get coding out of my head. Now that I'm more established, there's more free time to code. Reflecting on my journey, it was obvious I had the most fun with Android. Since now I use an iPhone and can finally afford a Mac, I decided to go with Swift. I've been learning and creating practice apps with Swift for a couple of years now. In addition to the YouTube videos I make for this channel, I've been working on my first real project. I'm excited to share it with you all soon. It may or may not have some Node.js in it. There is something about mobile development that I truly love. Phones are with us everywhere we go. I believe there's still lots of opportunity to deliver value with mobile. As for my top beginner tip, don't get overwhelmed with all the languages out there. Focus on what you want to build and learn the technology needed. For example, Kotlin for Android, Swift for iOS, JavaScript for web, PHP for backend. It's also important that you stick to whatever technology you choose. You're going to have ups and downs, but when you're able to create something from nothing, it's a feeling only few have enjoyed. Thank you for spending some time with me today. I truly appreciate all the support you guys give this channel. Can't wait to see you in the next one.